Welcome to Heritage Acres Homestead. I'm Chas. Here you'll find our family as we strive to live a life that pleases the Lord. We do our best to make the most out of what we've been given, so we'd like to invite you to come along and join us on our journey.
Hey y'all. So this week I was planning on maybe doing something, because Shannon told me, he said, you need to do something out of the kitchen. Well, we had gorgeous weather, just really wonderful weather. And so I was going to do something out of the kitchen. But here we are, and we're in a cold snap again. We're in a cold snap again. And so my out of the kitchen work has turned right back into inside work, because that wind is really, really cold. After you've been in 60-degree weather, the wind is really cold. So let's see what we can come up with today. Hey y'all, welcome back. So this afternoon I want to talk to you about snacks. And one of the big requested snacks around here from my husband is something salty and crunchy. Mainly crunchy, because it can have a variations of taste, but he needs crunch. So in the past, I would buy chips, or I would buy crackers, or I would, have, some kind of bars in the house for him. Well, when I started getting way more serious about what we brought into the house, all those things just kind of had to go by the wayside. Not to say that we don't eat them occasionally, or if he just says, I want this, I would buy it. But he's very much on board with me about the ingredients in a lot of these foods. And when I say that, if you haven't taken a serious look at the ingredients in chips or crackers, I encourage you to look. They are full of seed oils, which are inflammatory and are just rotten for your body. They're full of preservatives, and on top of all that, most of them are made with bioengineered ingredients. And everybody's different, but those are things that we want to stay away from in our family. So what do we do? Do we just go without those salty, crunchy snacks? Well, not us. Like I said, he requests those, and so I've done my best to figure out how to satisfy his crunchy cravings in the evenings. And so I thought I would share a few ideas with you, and then share one that I've made up specifically for today, and I'll give you the recipe for that one at the end. So some ideas that we have that I make pretty often one is popcorn. Now I use an air popper, which means that it's the little machine, and it comes with a little scoop. It's like 1/4 of a cup, and you dump that into the machine. You put the lid back on, and it pops out with no oil or anything. Not that I'm afraid of oil, but I don't want the oil that's associated with the popcorn in microwavable bags, or like pre-made bags of popcorn, because again, they're going to be full of seed oils and a lot of times just hydrogenated garbage. So I want to add my own fats, which are namely butter or olive oil when I make popcorn. I like to season them with salt, and my favorite is nutritional yeast. We started eating our popcorn like that years ago, and it is so tasty, and it's good for you too. So another flavor, I have a homemade ranch powder that sometimes I will take and I will toss the popcorn mixture in, and that gives yet another flavor. And then sometimes if we have a sweet craving, I will do like a caramel corn or a kettle corn. And so those are some options with the popcorn. Another thing is like a trail mix. Now, here's where I do go into buying some, items from the store. So for our trail mix, I usually get some pretzels that are from the store because they do have organic and non-GMO pretzels out there, and they're somewhat affordable. We usually buy a big bag, so we can stretch them out. And to that, I will add probably some nuts, some seeds, some raisins, and then some type of candy. And one candy that I found that I really like is from Trader Joe's, and it's like a candy coated. It's like an M&M, but it's not an M&M. It's just a candy coated little piece of chocolate. And what I love about them is the chocolate in there is good chocolate, but also it's coated with it's colorful like an M&M, but those colors are made from like beetroot and spirulina powder and things like that. So there's no artificial dyes, which I'm very, very aware of that because I know I had at least 2 children that struggled with dyes in their childhood. And so I started getting aware of that and started pulling back on the dyes back when they were young. And now I'm very aware of it too, still, because, none of us need it. But I have 2 grandbabies, so I definitely want to stay away from that. So that trail mix is another one that will help to satisfy that crunchy craving. And it's also got the little bit of sweet in there too. And then the last one, these are my sourdough crackers. Now I think I have 3 different ways I'm going to share with y'all this evening. And all of them are very simple. You do not have to, be an expert sourdough keeper to know how to make these crackers. It's simple ingredients. And I'm going to make sure you know those. I'll give the recipes at the end. But they're basically like 3 ingredients or something like that. Very few. So cheese, sourdough starter, and I think this one has a little bit of flour and butter. That's it. And then on top, after I rolled them out, I sprinkled them with some olive oil fairly liberally so that the seasonings would stay on the top. And they are delicious. Everybody has said, okay, these are keepers, Mom. And so they have, I used a good Parmesan cheese, not the canned stuff, but actual Parmesan. And then another one is a recipe of a friend of mine's, Ruth Ann, and hers is, they're 2 ingredients. They're butter and sourdough starter, and that's it. And then, of course, once you roll them out, or not, hers you just spread out. Once you spread them out, you can add your seasoning on them after they've baked too. And then the third one is another one that I've made that is just sourdough starter and cheese, and I think a little bit of butter. And that was one I've played with. So with these recipes and these ideas, hopefully you can draw some inspiration and decide, hey, I want to do some of those things in my kitchen for my family as well. And it'll save you a little bit of money too, because snacks have gotten outrageous. I mean, like for bags of chips, I know they're looking at $5 or more a bag. If you're getting name brand, you're going to even pay more. And some of the cracker brands are $3-4 a box. And again, you are paying for very, very, just detrimental ingredients. Not even bad ingredients, but ingredients that are going to cause you to have inflammation in the body, cause you to have irritations in the gut. Just things that are not going to be beneficial for you. So spending a few minutes here and there in the kitchen helps me to feel a little bit better about what I put in my family's lunch boxes and for their snacks. So hope you enjoy.